It's a race against time to code, test, and launch apps that could save lives. Across Europe, contact tracing technology is getting green-lighted and fast-tracked, as many health agencies look to use mobile phones as a way to spot where coronavirus is spreading.
Tracing of the contacts of those who test positive and isolation of symptomatic people to break the chain of transmission will be a central part of the approach that we take.
Over a dozen apps are in development across Europe. Each software is different in design, but trace the same way. Bluetooth signals keep track of anonymous devices, friends and strangers we come into contact with for more than a few minutes. Behind the scenes, an anonymous numerical ID is generated, exchanged, and recorded. If someone later tests positive, their user IDs are red flagged. Anyone who's recently crossed paths is told to isolate, but the app stops short of saying where and when the transmission is suspected. Unlike apps in China, GPS and Wi-Fi features are disabled, and location data isn't recorded.
It's just running on your phone and the other phone, and you're just logging unique random numbers, which you can then later use to do notification, but without knowing a link between that Bluetooth device and the actual person.
Contact tracing apps fill valuable holes, especially when it comes to strangers. Experts say it's unlikely to catch the coronavirus while passing someone in the street. But 20 minutes at a metro, 2 hours at a restaurant, or 5 minutes at a bus stop even is just enough time to catch the virus without ever knowing where it came from.
Compared to conventional contact tracing, it's much faster, it's more efficient. You also catch the contacts that otherwise you wouldn't know about, and also it can happen at a large scale, because no country has the contact tracing effort that is needed.
The EU has called for apps to be harmonized, but the continent is divided on how exactly to harness the technology's potential with security concerns. A pan-European initiative has been abandoned by Switzerland and Spain over issues of where to store data. In France, the parliament is hearing debate on the government's StopCOVID app, but the agency in charge of it says a prototype won't be ready on time. Privacy has been a major concern, and some members of parliament are skeptical.
How our liberty intersects the use of technology, we need to be careful. There's legal precedent that we could be establishing now with this framework. It could later be expanded to other areas.
Dans un cadre certes très particulier, mais qui par la suite pourrait peut-être trouver à s'élargir à d'autres sujets.
Designers admit that even with the most complex high-tech app, existing precautions like social distancing and frequent hand washing need to continue to keep the virus under control. Ryan Thompson, Euronews.